Trojan fans, welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium for game number 2 of the doubleheader today. The final doubleheader at home for soccer this season, as it's now the women's side of the event here on the Trojan Network. As the Everett Trojans sitting at 3-4-1 in the north and 5-5-2 overall, take on the Bellevue Bulldogs sitting at 6-1-1 and in the north 7-2-1 overall. And just like before, postseason opportunities are coming to knocking in this game, as right now the Peninsula Pirates have clinched the North title for the women, sitting undefeated at 9-0-0 and 11-0 overall. Bellevue's also clinched a spot in the postseason. They're sitting at a 6-1-1 and 7-2-1 overall. So they don't need to worry as much about playoff positioning as much. While the Trojans are outside looking in at the moment, right behind Skagit. Now, of course, Skagit has a game up on the Trojans right now, so pending something crazy happening in the final game of the season, and actually after today's game, Everett does need a win to keep their hopes alive and head on up to Skagit to play the Cardinals this coming Wednesday. So while we are waiting for the start of this game, we're going to step aside and go pay some bills. We'll be right back. Starting lineup.
The City of Everett and Everett Community College have a very close, collaborative, supportive relationship. I think our city is incredibly fortunate to have an institution like Everett Community College here serving our residents, and I think it's one of the things that makes us a really strong city with a skilled and talented workforce.
We love Everett Community College nurses. We value the education that Everett Community College provides for the nurses who are going to come and serve here in this ministry. We partner to ensure that we prioritize the nurses for clinical rotations here for precepted experience. We also have the new nurse tech program, and so with that we're able to pay nursing students to come in, get that nursing experience, and then help support them also financially while they're in school, getting that clinical experience that they need anyway to graduate. We start this new program starting in September, and I'm really excited to see how that grows and how that moves forward in order to support the program itself and the nurses who are in the program.
It's really a great partnership, actually, if we think about it, because nursing students coming out of Everett Community College have traditionally been our strongest pipeline into our nurse residency program. And what this partnership with the Nurse Tech program has done is actually helped us to strengthen that partnership by creating an opportunity for nursing students to not only work, as Michelle said, and earn money, but at the same time to be able to earn clinical credits to allow them to graduate.
The Port of Everett values the Everett Community College partnership so much. We've got our wonderful ORCA program out here. They get practical field training in the harbor every single week. It's a real amenity for the students to be able to have real practical experience, and I think that's one of the things Everett Community College does, is they provide kids practical experience, whether it's through Running Start, welding, skilled advanced training. All of that really provides a great opportunity for kids to advance their education, but also do it in a way that's hands-on.
Everett Community College is really exceptional at preparing kids for transferring to the university. I think having an affordable option like this where kids can get a head start and get their education underway close to home and affordable really prepares them for the next steps, and it's absolutely outstanding programs. And then as far as Everett Community College preparing our workforce and creating a skilled workforce, it is one of the things that our employers comment on to me all the time, that what makes them choose Everett or locate in Everett is having that skilled workforce. In fact, when Boeing decided to locate the 737 additional line here in Everett, they said it was because of the skilled workforce that's here. And so the AmTech programs and the vocational retraining programs that exist at Everett Community College are essential to ensuring those career pathways.
They have wonderful instructors there who really make sure that they know what is expected of them when they graduate. Not only is there the didactic learning, there's the experiential learning, and they put all of that together really well and partner that for a beautiful program. So when you graduate, you're ready to walk in and take patients. I myself graduated from there. I felt very prepared when I came here. I was a new grad RN in our emergency department, very busy emergency department, and I was really well prepared for that. And I really do owe that to the program there.
Well, we're in a unique position here at the Port of Everett because we have 3 elected commissioners, all of which are graduates of Everett Community College. So it starts from our top, and then everywhere from the seaport to the marina to the engineering and planning department, administration. Almost all of our team members in different divisions have some interaction with Everett Community College. We actually utilize the welding program to train our journeymen at the seaport and the marina so that they can better do their job.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the expansion of Everett Community College, to see it growing east and becoming a full college district there to the north. I think this is something that is very important for our residents. I think about our residents in the Delta and Riverside neighborhoods. Having a college presence right there shows our youth that there are opportunities right here at home, right close to home, for them to take those higher education steps. And I love to see the partnership between Everett Community College and WSU. I think that having those pathways taking down the barriers to your full 4-year degree program is so important for young people, and I think that is something that Everett Community College and WSU have done exceptionally well. And I'm really proud of the partnership that doesn't exist in all communities between 4-year institutions and their community colleges, and so I think it's just a real added benefit to the universities and colleges that we have here in Everett.
You know, there's something to be said about getting your education in a community and then taking that education and being able to practice it and apply it where you're actually benefiting back to that community. And I think that's something that's unique that is offered through the partnership that we have with Everett Community College, is being able to invite people that are part of the community then to be able to take that practice and put it into action and putting it into carrying, you know, into the community. It really deepens the connection that you have with the work that you're doing.
As you know, we've got workforce challenges here in this community, so the more the community college can get the workforce into the environment, the better it is, and I think you guys do a wonderful job with that.
Lastly, I'd just like to share that not only as mayor am I thrilled and excited to have Everett Community College here in our city for our residents, but as the mom of a middle schooler who is already having her college dreams, it is nice to know that she has a great start right here close to home.
IRG Physical and Hand Therapy is the Northwest premier physical and hand therapy group, with over 35 clinics located throughout the Puget Sound area and multiple located throughout Everett. There is an IRG clinic located in a neighborhood near you. Our neighborhood clinics provide compassionate and individualized care in a friendly environment. The clinics use the latest techniques and technologies to achieve exceptional results. Head to irgpt.com to schedule your free movement screen today.
Listen up. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Our communities need those who grew up in them to show them the way forward. I want to be the local leader that I needed when I was growing up. My name is Tamara Demery. I grew up on the south side of Chicago with my grandma and 6 of my sisters. They made sure that I was able to find my passion. And that's how I discovered basketball and how I found my voice. Through my work with Nike, I started volunteering to work with kids. I tried to create a moment to have a positive conversation to guide them forward. Playing basketball growing up meant uniting the community with something everyone loved. Today, I still use hoops to build a family with the kids I work with and help my community find healing through sport. I want to be the hero that I didn't have when I was growing up. It's on all of us to help the community we came from.
All right, Trojan fans, for the final time this season at home in the regular season, we are ready to go for Trojan soccer. Of course, in the standings, before we kick things off, you can see Everett is on the outside looking in, behind the Skagit Valley Cardinals by 2 games. But of course, with the win today, we'll bring it to 1 game as when they head on up to Skagit to play the Cardinals this coming Wednesday. So this is an opportunity to stay in the hunt for playoffs. But of course, the Lady Trojans will not be able to host a home playoff game as they will not finish in the number 2 seed like the Bellevue Bulldogs will. So they will host on their half of the championship tournament in the regional playoff match. Once the tournament gets going next week, so be on the look for that on the NWACS site. So as we get set for the final home game of the 2024 season, and it looks like the Trojans are going to do a quick little sophomore appreciation for our, obviously for, it looks like our Trojan players that couldn't participate due to injury in their final home game. So they will get a final 1 kick. As a fitting way to end their sophomore career. So you're they will be given the ceremonial first kick. And with that, they will substitute out as they get to touch the ball one last time here at Everett Memorial Stadium to end their time here. Thank you, Lady Trojans, for your service. And now as we get the game going, with Bellevue getting the ball. An opportunity for Bellevue early on. And that ball goes sailing. And it looks like the Everett netminder got roughed up a little bit on that one early on. And of course, if you just missed the first game of our doubleheader, our final home game stream for soccer, the Everett men defeated the Bellevue men, both the Bellevue Bulldogs men's team, in a final score of 6-3. And unfortunately, it ended the Bellevue men's chances at qualifying for postseason play, as they, with the loss, and unfortunately not going to have another opportunity to get any closer to the third position, and giving Skagit the nod for the third and final spot in the men's north side of the bracket. So it will be Peninsula, Everett, and Skagit for the men, representing the men's side for the soccer championships. And of course, make sure you check out the NWAC website for dates, times, and locations for all the soccer championship tournament action. Though, of course, we will be hosting, the men will be hosting the first round, the regional opener, as they will host the number 3 seed from the East on November 6th. We are in a hold up. Of course, the men's side will host the first round against the number 3 seed from the East in the first round of the NWAC Soccer Championship playoffs. November 6th on a Wednesday at high noon will be the time. The location will be here at Everett Memorial Stadium, and the date is the 6th of November. Make sure you mark that on your calendars and come on down to Everett Memorial Stadium to support and cheer on your Everett Trojans. Of course, volleyball still has a couple of games. Of course, while the Everett netminder gets checked out, make sure she's okay. Upcoming schedule for the volleyball, or the remaining schedule for volleyball, as this coming Wednesday before Halloween, the volleyball squad will head up to Skagit to play the Cardinals at 7 p.m. And then, of course, their final home game will also be against the Bellevue Bulldogs on Friday, the 1st of November. It will be sophomore night at Walt Price Student Fitness Center. And then they will hit the road for their final road game against the Shoreline Dolphins on Friday, November 8th. And And of course, the streams for those road games, make sure you check out the Northwest Athletic website, the Northwest Athletic Conference website, the Northwest Sports Network for all the visiting streams. And of course, make sure you check out the athletics.everettcc.edu. Click on the calendar for each day's games for the stats, so you can follow along. And of course, you can also follow along today's game that's going along on the stream on our website. So make sure you check that out. And then of course, men's soccer will have one final game, or the soccer teams will have one final game up at Skagit this coming Wednesday. Season finale, 5 and 7:15 p.m. for our final nightcap games for this year. And then of course, depending on what happens with the women, right now we know that the men will host a regional playoff game that will be to be determined for the East number 3 seed on Wednesday, November 6th. Basketball is upcoming also, as their season will be getting underway starting in the month of November. Women will hit the road for a majority of their schedule, starting off down in Tacoma for the Tacoma Titan Classic tournament, Friday, November 15th through the 16th, and it looks like we are heading right back to play, to live action. Again, as we head back to live action, Everett is in need of another win today against an already clinched Bellevue Bulldogs, as the rain has started to taper off just a bit here at Everett Memorial Stadium. There are still some dark clouds, but the sun is trying to peek through as Everett has an opportunity to push the ball up in the box. Trying to get the scoring early with a kick, and it just goes over the net. I'm not for sure if that went through the uprights. If it did, that would not count for 3 points, as this is not American football. This is the world's game of football. But it is Bellevue's ball. Again, Everett does need a win today and a win up at Skagit on the women's side to keep their postseason aspirations at least alive, depending on what Skagit does, at home against us this coming Wednesday. Could determine if Skagit's the number 3 or if Everett is the number 3. So, a lot of things need to happen with today's game, and what happens at Skagit. As again, we are the only game going on today, and the women, Everett kick had just a little bit too much to the left of the netminder, and it was a great opportunity, but it just sails wide left of the net. But once again, the women, or Bellevue and Everett games, are the only ones going on today on this Sunday, this final Sunday in the month of October, on this very windy and rainy-ish Sunday here at the end of October. As Bellevue gets an opportunity, another opportunity right there, but that ball sails wide left of the net. chances from both sides. They're getting some good chances here early on. Still a lot of game to play here today. As right now, Skagit, I'm sure right now, is scoreboard watching. Because they need to know if they have pressure on coming their way this coming Wednesday, or if they can take it easy and maybe rest some of their big guns coming up postseason. So right now, Skagit's right now just taking it easy and scoreboard watching. Or maybe they're watching this stream right now. As a corner kick opportunity for the Bulldogs. Of course, Everett in their bright red with white on the side, and Bellevue in their blues with the white lettering today. As it looks like Everett wanted to have a run out for their final home game. Looks like Bellevue will have a throw-in near the corner, but it's not a corner kick. Opportunity for Bellevue. As it just bounces around in between Trojans and Bulldogs, and it gets kicked out. And it looks like it will be Everett ball going the other way. Here early on as we hit 12 minutes into this first period. Some opportunities for both teams right now early on in this contest. And line judge says that ball is out. Last touch by Bellevue. It will be Everett's throw-in. It will be out of bounds on Bellevue. Everett's goal kick. Bellevue gets another opportunity. Bounces around, and Everett kicks it, gets it out. Gets it out of their zone just for a minute. Outreach then up, and the line judge will also say not only was it out of the reach of Bellevue, but it was also offside. So it will be Everett's ball. Again, as the fall athletic season comes to a close with at least one more road game for both the men and women soccer teams, and right now one more home game, and it looks like the ref is saying that ball is a goal kick for Trojans netminder. As the fall season concludes, opportunities for postseason appearances have either been locked up or are in progress of being getting into. So make sure you follow along the last two home broadcasts for volleyball, and of course the final road games for the volleyball squad, and of course the final road games for both the men and women's soccer teams, as Everett's already locked up their postseason berth, and the women's team looking to try and make some noise and get into the postseason on both the women's and on the women's side and on the volleyball side for soccer and volleyball. And we are happy you have tuned in, hopefully for both games today. But we are happy you are enjoying this broadcast comfortably from your home, on your computer, wherever you are at. Thank you for joining us all season so far for the start of this 24-25 campaign here on the Trojan Network. Thank you for tuning into both the men and women's streams today, wherever you are at. Like it will be Bellevue tossing. Bellevue they're applying some pressure here on the Trojans early in this game. And the kick gets deflected. And both teams fighting hard, and it will be it's like a corner kick opportunity for the Bulldogs. As we are 18 minutes into this game, Bellevue applying some pressure, looking to strike first. And the kick goes wide, but was playable by Everett, and it was last touched by Everett, so it will be a Bellevue throw-in. Bounds off the Bulldogs, so it will be an Everett throw-in. Bellevue still applying pressure, keeping it in the Everett zone. We want this first goal put some serious pressure on the Trojans early on, and turnover on the Bulldogs. Once again, a tie does not help the Trojans at all. A loss or tie, just like the men Bulldogs, a loss or tie does not help in any way, shape, or form for postseason standings. Trojans need to win out to have a chance to make the postseason. And the ref blows his whistle, and it will be Bellevue's ball on a foul. Bellevue applying more pressure, keeping on in Everett's zone. An attempt at the netminder, gets basket swooped up by the netminder. Again, Trojans need this win as it will keep pace with Skagit Valley Cardinals and gives them the opportunity at Skagit on Wednesday to at least tie the Cardinals in not only record but in head-to-head matchups. So at least it will give the Trojans an opportunity to stay alive with a win today and a win on Wednesday. So pressure is on the Trojans today. And out of bounds, it will be goalkeeper's kick. As we pass the halfway mark of this game, still 0-0 here early on in this first period, as it will be Everett's ball out of bounds for a throw-in. And out of bounds, it will be Everett throw in. As Bellevue has literally kept a hold on to the ball into Everett territory. 24 and a half minutes, almost 24 and a half minutes into this game. Everett's trying to get out of their own zone. And try to create some opportunities for themselves. Bellevue wants to get a chance at scoring, but it gets turned over. And it will be out on Bellevue. Everett throwing. And of course, the Trojan Nation fans up there undercover, enjoying so far one great game from the men's side, and celebrating the sophomores that played through their eligibility here at Everett Community College. And of course now they're witnessing an action-packed women's game so far early on, as we are almost 26 minutes into this first half, as it will be a Bellevue corner kick for the Bulldogs. And the kick is up, and the header goes out. It will be Everett's ball for the netminder to kick. Still plenty of time. Lots of action to look forward to here in this final home game. That's sophomore day. We've already recognized the women's team during the halftime of the men's game. That way we wouldn't mess with the game and flow of both games. Especially trying to get warmed up and stretched out before the game, or even during the halftime. But we had the men recognize the men's sophomores before their final home game, and then during halftime we recognized the women during the men's game. And Bellevue again trying to get an opportunity to get the first goal. And that ball just goes sailing out, and it will be Everett's goal kick. Again, Bellevue applying pressure in Everett's zone. And once again, Bellevue last touch. It will be Everett's ball throwing. Trying to get this ball out of their own zone. They want to apply some pressure and try to get some goal scoring opportunities. And so far it's been Bellevue keeping the pressure on Everett early on in this game, and that ball just gets away from Bulldog, and it will be Everett's goal kick. 15 minutes left in this first period. Score is still 0-0. And foul on the Bulldogs. Everett's ball. Everett gets an opportunity to put the ball on Bellevue's side of the 50-yard line. Free kick for the Trojans. As Bellevue applies pressure once an opportunity, they got a shot, but the Everett netminder stops it. Saved by Wacker for the Trojans. And an opportunity. And the goalkeeper keeps the ball not only safe, but in play. Did a little bounce out of her hand for a quick second. And she kicks it away. And Bellevue will be Bellevue's ball. And bounds. That's touched by Bulldogs. Trojans now have an opportunity to put some pressure on the Bulldogs by getting the ball into their zone. And a foul on the Bulldogs. Never ball. A free kick. hit the final 10 minutes of this first period. Bellevue's had a lot of opportunities and putting a lot of pressure on the Trojans, trying to get that first goal of this game. And Everett's maintained it. They've handled it in almost every aspect of it so far. As we are still very early in this contest, there's still a lot of time to be played. As Bellevue continues to apply pressure, and it will be Bellevue's ball, and it looks like they are going to get a substitution in for the Bulldogs. There's still a lot of time to play here, as we are still early in this contest. We're still first period. And Everett Netmeyer with a stop and pickup. And an opportunity, but it just gets past the Bellevue player, but we have a stoppage. Ref stops it for a, looks like a injured Trojan.
Great ideas. Really good.
There are a couple of, it's like two down Trojans with a couple of injuries. While we deal with the injuries play out, as a reminder, for the upcoming winter sports that will be starting in the month of November, the women will start their season down in Tacoma for the Tacoma Titan Classic on November 15th through the 16th. Then they'll head to Clark for a game against the Penguins. On Friday, November 22nd. And the start time is at 5 p.m. for that game for the women. And then, of course, their first home game at home will be against Yakima Valley Yaks. As they'll host the Yaks on Tuesday, November 26th. At 5 p.m. And then they'll hit the road for a game against the Wenatchee Valley Knights on Sunday, December 1st at 12 p.m. And then they'll be back home for the Everett Classic, a 3-day event with a format of two games on Friday, one game on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Make sure you come out and enjoy some women's basketball at the well-priced Student Fitness Center. And then, of course, they'll be at home. And of course, the 2 games that they'll have is against Clackamas on Friday, the 6th of December at 7 p.m. and on Sunday, December 8th against Spokane Sasquatch at 1:30. And then they'll hit the road for the CBC crossover on December 12th through the 14th. And then they'll be back home to end the calendar year 2024 on December 28th against Douglas, our Canadian team, our Canadian neighbors, at 6 p.m. That's the women's side of the schedule for the basketball. We'll show the men's side. So it looks like we'll have enough time to show the men, as they will have also a short home set schedule. The men will have a one home, one away against the Wenatchee Valley Knights on Wednesday, the November 20th at home first, 6 p.m. on Wednesday, the 20th. Then they'll go down to Wenatchee Valley on Saturday, the 23rd of November at 4 p.m. against the Knights. Then they'll come back home for their one of 2 games in the month of November at home against the Northwest Indian College team on Monday, the 25th at 7 p.m. And then they will hit the road for the month of December as they'll travel to Lower Columbia College for the Red Devil Classic, the Spokane Bigfoot Classic, and then the Portland crossover for those dates. And then, of course, they'll be back home along with the women. They'll host the Yakima Valley Yaks to end the 2024 calendar year at 4 p.m. on Saturday, December 28th. Again, make sure you check out the schedule for all the events, dates, times, and locations for and opponents for all the games and all the home games on the website on the team schedules. As they begin back to action right now, as Bulldogs will make a couple substitutions. As it looks like we'll be back to action following the injury. And it looks like the Trojans are down 2 players, 2 more players. It looks like with those 2 injuries, they are now going to be playing 2 girls down this game, right? At least for the moment, or for the time being, they'll be playing 2 players down due to injury at the moment. As we're back to action. Don't know how much time the ref wants to give for any extra time before we hit the halftime. As the Trojans now have a more formidable opportunity at the moment. Playing 2 players down, hopefully we'll see those 2 injured Trojan players come back in the second half and don't suffer any more injuries. As we hit the final 10 seconds of the regulation period before we get reference stoppage, any extra time. which I think he might want to give with the injury, or maybe not. So we'll see. As it will be Everett's ball for a throw-in. Don't know how much time he wants to give, but I think he has indicated he's going to give some time. I just cannot tell you how much time he wants to give for extra, but I'm pretty sure it's for injury, so we'll play on for a little bit longer. As Bellevue now has a slight advantage in player numbers right now, as it will be Everett's goal kick. See if we'll hear how much time the ref is giving, and being in a giving mood for time. Will be Bellevue ball. Goes out of bounds. It will be Everett's goal kick. We have a undisclosed, at least unannounced, that I could hear amount of time for this first period. So we are essentially at the ref's mercy for ending this first period. As we are deep into this first period now, with Everett down 2 players before the half due to some injuries at the moment. Hopefully we'll see them back in the beginning of the second period as an opportunity, and that ball just goes sailing through the uprights. Unfortunately, we are not playing American football, and that would have been worth 3 points, but since we are playing the littlest game of football, that only gets you a goal kick from the Trojans right now. And Bellevue again looking set up right for Everett's goal kick to keep the pressure on in the Everett zone. I mean, I would too if you've got a 2-player advantage. We inch closer and closer to whatever the mystery amount of time the ref has deemed for this stoppage in this first period. As Bellevue tries for an opportunity but gets shut down, and that ball gets kicked out near midfield, but is quickly brought back into the Everett zone. And that ball has been deemed offsides. And we are still in this unknown amount of time. We are essentially at the ref's mercy for this stoppage. For an Everett throw-in. And it will be Bellevue's ball. And Bellevue with an up, had an opportunity, but it just got away from them as the Everett netminder easily collects that. Everett trying to at least get some serious defense going, but here comes Bellevue with an opportunity. An opportunity for the Bulldogs, just slides on by as it will be Everett's goal kick. As Everett is in defense mode at this point, just trying to get out of the half, or get out of the period with a 0-0 tie at the moment. And Bellevue again trying to apply pressure, and Everett just kicks it out. We're still at the ref's mercy for how much time he wants to allow for extra time, and that ball just goes out of bounds. It will be Everett toss it. And Everett just boots it. Trying to get themselves some breathing room before we hit the half. But Bellevue again putting pressure. A little headshot off the head, but just softly bounces into the Everett netminder's hands. And the goalkeeper does clear it out of Everett's zone for a brief moment. And the kick, and a save by the Everett netminder. She is putting on a defensive clinic right now with the kick, and that whistle will end this first half. So we've reached the half, and at the half, the score remains 0-0 as we reach the first half. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks so we can pay some bills and thank our sponsors. We will see you back for the start of the second half.
The City of Everett and Everett Community College have a very close, collaborative, supportive relationship. I think our city is incredibly fortunate to have an institution like Everett Community College here serving our residents, and I think it's one of the things that makes us a really strong city with a skilled and talented workforce.
We love Everett Community College nurses. We value the education that Everett Community College provides for the nurses who are going to come and serve here in this ministry. We partner to ensure that we prioritize the nurses for clinical rotations here for precepted experience. We also have the new nurse tech program, and so with that we're able to pay nursing students to come in, get that nursing experience, and then help support them also financially while they're in school, getting that clinical experience that they need anyway to graduate. We start this new program starting in September, and I'm really excited to see how that grows and how that moves forward in order to support the program itself and the nurses who are in the program.
It's really a great partnership, actually, if we think about it, because nursing students coming out of Everett Community College have traditionally been our strongest pipeline into our nurse residency program. And what this partnership with the Nurse Tech program has done is actually helped us to strengthen that partnership by creating an opportunity for nursing students to not only work, as Michelle said, and earn money, but at the same time to be able to earn clinical credits to allow them to graduate.
The Port of Everett values the Everett Community College partnership so much. We've got our wonderful ORCA program out here. They get practical field training in the harbor every single week. It's a real amenity for the students to be able to have real practical experience, and I think that's one of the things Everett Community College does, is they provide kids practical experience, whether it's through running start, welding, skilled advanced training. All of that really provides a great opportunity for kids to advance their education, but also do it in a way that's hands-on.
Everett Community College is really exceptional at preparing kids for transferring to the university. I think having an affordable option like this where kids can get a head start and get their education underway close to home and affordable really prepares them for the next steps, and it's absolutely outstanding programs. And then as far as Everett Community College preparing our workforce and creating a skilled workforce, it is one of the things that our employers comment on to me all the time, that what makes them choose Everett or locate in Everett is having that skilled workforce. In fact, when Boeing decided to locate the 737 additional line here in Everett, they said it was because of the skilled workforce that's here. And so the AmTech programs and the vocational retraining programs that exist at Everett Community College are essential to ensuring those career pathways.
They have wonderful instructors there who really make sure that they know what is expected of them when they graduate. Not only is there the didactic learning, there's the experiential learning, and they put all of that together really well and partner that for a beautiful program. So when you graduate, you're ready to walk in and take patients. I myself graduated from there. I felt very prepared when I came here. I was a new grad RN in our emergency department, very busy emergency department, and I was really well prepared for that. And I really do owe that to the program there.
Well, we're in a unique position here at the Port of Everett because we have 3 elected commissioners, all of which are graduates of Everett Community College. So it starts from our top, and then everywhere from the seaport to the marina to the engineering and planning department, administration. Almost all of our team members in different divisions have some interaction with Everett Community College. We actually utilize the welding program to train our journeymen at the seaport and the marina so that they can better do their job.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the expansion of Everett Community College, to see it growing east and becoming a full college district there to the north. I think this is something that is very important for our residents. I think about our residents in the Delta and Riverside neighborhoods. Having a college presence right there shows our youth that there are opportunities right here at home, right close to home, for them to take those higher education steps. And I love to see the partnership between Everett Community College and WSU. I think that having those pathways taking down the barriers to your full four-year degree program is so important for young people, and I think that is something that Everett Community College and WSU have done exceptionally well. And I'm really proud of the partnership that doesn't exist in all communities between four-year institutions and their community colleges, and so I think it's just a real added benefit to the universities and colleges that we have here in Everett.
You know, there's something to be said about getting your education in a community and then taking that education and being able to practice it and apply it where you're actually benefiting back to that community. And I think that's something that's unique that is offered through the partnership that we have with Everett Community College, is being able to invite people that are part of the community then to be able to take that practice and put it into action and putting it into carrying, you know, into the community. It really deepens the connection that you have with the work that you're doing.
As you know, we've got workforce challenges here in this community, so the more the community college can get the workforce into the environment, the better it is, and I think you guys do a wonderful job with that.
Lastly, I'd just like to share that not only as mayor am I thrilled and excited to have Everett Community College here in our city for our residents, but as the mom of a middle schooler who is already having her college dreams, it is nice to know that she has a great start right here close to home.
IRG Physical and Hand Therapy is the Northwest premier physical and hand therapy group, with over 35 clinics located throughout the Puget Sound area and multiple located throughout Everett. There is an IRG clinic located in a neighborhood near you. Our neighborhood clinics provide compassionate and individualized care in a friendly environment. The clinics use the latest techniques and technologies to achieve exceptional results. Head to irgpt.com to schedule your free movement screen today.
Listen up. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Our communities need those who grew up in them to show them the way forward. I want to be the local leader that I needed when I was growing up. My name is Tamara Demery. I grew up on the south side of Chicago with my grandma and 6 of my sisters. They made sure that I was able to find my passion. And that's how I discovered basketball and how I found my voice. Through my work with Nike, I started volunteering to work with kids. I tried to create a moment to have a positive conversation to guide them forward. Playing basketball growing up meant uniting the community with something everyone loved. Today, I still use hoops to build a family with the kids I work with and help my community find healing through sport. I want to be the hero that I didn't have when I was growing up. It's on all of us to help the community we came from.
Welcome back, Trojan Nation. We are back for the start of the second half of this final home game of the regular season for the women. As we are in a 0-0 tie with another 45 minutes left to play in this final home game for the women's Trojans. Hopefully hopefully we get the two Trojans that were injured in the near the end of the first half return. Otherwise, this feat of trying to climb a hill with only 8 people against 10 is going to make this a little bit impossible. So. And it looks like not counting the netminder, it looks like the Trojans are still playing with 2 down at this point. Which is not really, I would say it's 2 down, but now it looks like we're going to get 1 back from injury, so looks like looks like the Trojans will try to play 9 on 10 for this second half. As they try to gut out and try to get out of this game with a victory, but they gotta get some points on the board as a tie or a loss in a tie or a tie does not matter for the Trojans postseason survival, as a win will keep them in the hunt as they head up to Skagit this Wednesday. And it looks like we are back to action here at Everett Memorial Stadium for the second half. But yeah, a loss or a tie will mathematically eliminate the Trojans from postseason play. And it will make the Skagit game on Wednesday just for play for pride. But right now the Trojans need a goal just to try to keep their postseason aspirations alive, while Bellevue doesn't need the win or the loss or the tie. They can just play to get some time on the field at this point. And Bellevue with the attempt, cross attempt, just gets on through. And that attempt goes sailing to the left of the net. So we do have one, looks like one Trojan is still MIA for injury at the moment. We don't know if she'll be back or if she is done for the day. And another opportunity for the Bulldogs, but that one goes through the uprights. And again, we are not playing American football. That would have been worth 3 points, or an extra point. But since this is the world's game of football, it'll just be a goal kick. Cross attempt and a foul on the Bulldogs. We'll give the ball to the Trojans. For a free kick. And an opportunity, and it just gets a basket catch from the Everett netminder. But once again, as a friendly reminder for the men's soccer fans out there, the North Region side of the tournament has been locked up, as the Peninsula Pirates, of course, have clinched the spot as number one at the moment. At least with the updated standings. And Bellevue breaks on through, and that will be the first goal at the 49th minute mark, as they will take the first point and lead this game 1-0. Early on here in 5 minutes into this first period, or second period, and the Trojans are now down by 1 early in this second period.
Goal for Bellevue, the 48th minute, scored by number 9, Everett.
Bellevue again kicking it deep into Everett territory. That's saved by the Everett netminder. But again, for the men's side of the North Region, Peninsula's qualified for postseason play, and I believe at the moment they will get the nod as the champs of the North, as it is, I believe it will be mathematically impossible for the Trojans to get the North title based off the wins, but again, not 100% sure as pertains to with the points standings. But for right now, Peninsula's in, Everett is going to be in, and at least on record at the moment, Skagit will be in due to Bellevue's loss. And even if they somehow were to end up in a tight situation, Skagit has the nod, so Skagit should qualify as the final, with the final spot in the North Region. But again, standings have not been finalized on the NWAC side of things. But as that shot from the Bellevue Bulldog goes just outside the net range, it'll be Everett's goal kick. And Everett just booting it down the field. of course, Everett boots it again. And Bellevue wants another opportunity. But just gets past Bellevue, and it will be out of bounds. It will be Everett's ball for the moment. And now it goes out of bounds on Everett, so it will be Bellevue. Volleyball standings as of right now, Skagit has, at least for the North region, again, the top 4 spots. We'll get you into the tournament. We'll get you into regional play. And Skagit has locked up their spot. Going 9-0. Again, Skagit Valley going 9-0 in North Region play, and sitting at a 25-3 record, so they will be, at least at the moment, the host site for regional play in the double elimination tournament that will happen for regional play. Then, of course, Bellevue, right behind at number 2, sitting at 6-2. Wacom, a game behind Bellevue at the number 3 seed at 5-3. Edmonds right behind them with a game up on the Orcas, sitting at a 5-4. And then on the outside looking in right now is Everett, sitting at a 4-5. So they still have a chance to make some noise and try to qualify, as Bellevue takes a shot, a long distance shot at the legs, but the Everett netminder with the basket save. So again, these next couple games, next 3 games for the Trojans are important, especially as they go up to play Skagit, as they host Bellevue, and they go on the road to face Shoreline. But they also do need some help with Edmonds losing a game or 2, as if it ends up in a tie, unfortunately for the Trojans, they will not get the nod. Over their Edmonds run, their rivals in Edmonds, as they won both of their games cleanly, might I add, in our T-Trophy rivalry games, as they have both wins at home and away. So if it ends up in a tie with the Trojans and the Tritons, Tritons will get the nod to be in the volleyball tournament, and Trojans will be at home. We've still got some more games left to go, or we got a few more games left to go in the season, so some things need to happen, and some help needs to happen. But as this game goes along, the Trojans, the ladies here, need to start applying some pressure here, and as they'll get an opportunity as the ball went out of bounds on Bellevue, but they are still playing with a player down due to injury at the end of the first period, as they are playing down 10-9 on the player count. The Trojans need a goal here to keep at least an opportunity alive for postseason play. As the Everett netminder will kick it off after the ball went out of bounds off Bellevue. And a foul on Bellevue. Bellevue's applying a lot of pressure to the Trojans here in the second half. They've already broke through for one goal, especially when you're playing one player down. Hopefully she can return, or if she is done for the day, then it will be a steep hill for the Trojans to climb back into this game. At least it looks of it right now. And a late foul call on Bulldogs. It will be Everett's ball. And as we hit the 60-minute mark, we got 30 minutes left in this game. Everett's moving up, at least getting an opportunity to move the ball up. And they get an opportunity. They have an opportunity to put some pressure on the Bulldogs. Bellevue gets, again, applying pressure, and with a shot opportunity, Wacker just, makes another save. This very one-sided affair at the moment. At least in the aspects of putting pressure on, as it's been tilted into Bellevue Bulldogs' favor. And Bellevue will get a substitution. They will get the ball back for throwing. And Bellevue kicks it back deep into the Everett side of the field. In Everett territory, they'll get a throw in. And Bellevue, again, trying to apply some pressure. And Everett just boots it, tries to boot it out of their zone. Unfortunately, I think Everett's going to have to, there's going to have to be some players that are going to have to be a little selfish and might have to just take control of the ball on their own at this moment. And foul will be against, it's either a foul or just a throw in against Trojans, so it will be Everett ball. Or sorry, it will be Bellevue ball. Bellevue passes it around, trying to get into the zone again. try to get another goal. As that ball just goes past the goaltender. And it will be Everett's goal kick. Bellevue applying pressure once again. Gets snuffed for a second by Everett. And it will be Everett ball for a toss. That toss just goes a bit over at the player's head. Final 25 minutes left of this game. As the Bellevue Bulldogs currently lead this game 1-0 with a goal first four minutes in this game, second half. Opportunity now, and Everett had an opportunity, but they just wanted to get some breathing room. As Bellevue brings it back from their side of the field. And Everett just boots it down the field. Everett trying to push the ball up. By turnover, gives the ball right back to Bellevue. And that kick just goes just a bit outside, but it will be Everett's ball. Goal kick. And as the ball heads out of bounds, there will be a substitution for the Bulldogs as they will get a throw in.
The game for Bellevue, number 15, Aaron Jones.
Bellevue again applying pressure, but that ball just gets away from Bellevue. Sprinter. Apply some more pressure. And it looks like everybody get a goal kick, and Bellevue will be probably starting to sub out the majority of their top players slowly. I would think especially with the one-player advantage at this point. So probably some substitutions maybe starting to come in, trickle in every now and then. And it will be Everett ball for a throw-in, as it was last touched by the Bulldogs. And it will be Bellevue's ball for a throw-in, as it was last touched by Everett. Bellevue wants another opportunity as they get into the box, and it will be deemed a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Everett right now just trying to maintain at least this one goal deficit. Hopefully try to get a spark going to get the tying goal, hopefully. And the kick goes up and gets batted around. And a foul in the box, which should give Bellevue a free kick. Will give Bellevue the free kick opportunity inside the box, but not a real direct line of sight. Still an opportunity to increase the lead and possibly put this game out of reach for the Trojans. And that ball just goes off the side of the net. The goaltender's best friend just helped out a little bit. As it goes off the sidebar. But Bellevue again bringing more pressure and opportunity. And that ball just goes sailing through the uprights. This is not American football where that would have been worth 3 points. But since this is the world's game of football, that's just a goal kick for Everett. And Bellevue will get a throw-in after Everett kick out. And it looks like the rain is coming back in a little bit late right now, but the rain's been off and on today here at Everett Memorial Stadium, and it will be an Everett throw-in, quick one. But yeah, the rain has been light. It's been heavy, a little bit heavy throughout both games today. But what do you expect? This is we are in the end of October, the rain, the wind, the leaves fall off the trees as we get to the midway point of fall in a lot of people's eyes. As we near the end of October and mosey on into the month of November. But again, with the end of October and the beginning of November, a lot of fall athletics at Everett Community College will be starting to wrap up for their seasons, and we'll be heading into the winter activities with men's and women's basketball as we head inside for the winter time for basketball games at the Walt Price Student Fitness Center. So So make sure you come on out to some basketball games for both the men and the women. Make sure you check out the schedule for both teams. And come on out and cheer for the Everett Trojans as we will take the action inside the gym for the wintertime and into the new year. But of course we got to end all of our fall activities with soccer and volleyball. And soccer, right now, Bellevue again applying more pressure. They want a second goal. And again, they're trying to get inside the box and get some pressure, but Everett's defense is holding strong after giving up the one goal 4 minutes into the second period. But as we get to the 75th minute mark, and about 15 minutes left on this game, time is slipping away for an opportunity for the Trojans postseason dreams to keep them alive. If they don't get a goal, or at least try to get two, they need to get 2 goals to take the lead, as a tie and a loss will not help in any way Everett's standings for the ladies. They will unfortunately be looking on the outside looking in if they don't get the win and or get some help. But it all starts with a win today. And with 14 minutes left, down 1 goal. And Bellevue again wants an opportunity to put pressure. And Everett again kicks it out of the zone, but not completely, as Bellevue will get a throw-in. But again, Everett needs a win. Ties don't help. A loss won't help. They need to win out and have some luck with Edmonds losing out. It looks like Everett will have an opportunity, but it gets turned over near midfield. And that shot gets kicked to the side. Or sorry, I meant to say Skagit needs, there needs to be some assistance with well, actually with a and a foul on Bellevue. Skagit, basically Everett needs to win here. Skagit, and then win up at Skagit. It would put them at a end of a fall day. Light rain with some clouds and the sun trying to peek on through. Here at Everett Memorial Stadium. And corner kick for the Bulldogs. Opportunity for the Bulldogs right here. A corner kick. She just kicks it out of the box. And the opportunity, but an opportunity for the Bulldogs, and she kicks it with a little bit too much power. Here at the press box, as our final regular season home game here at Everett Memorial Stadium for soccer, has rain, wind, sun, dark clouds, and the sun trying to peek out. So pretty much have everything going on today for fall weather. Bellevue will throw it in. And it will be Bellevue's ball for another throw-in. As we reach the final 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes left in this game. And Bellevue boots one into the box, but gets scooped up by the Trojan netminder with a save. Everett's going to have to start putting some pressure. Someone's going to have to be a little bit selfish if they want a chance. As Everett will kick it out, and it will be Everett's threatener, Bellevue's tossing. And it goes out again. Bellevue ball. And another opportunity. Everett will kick it out again. Everett foul, and it will be Bellevue free kick. And kick into the box, and the Everett goaltender has that one get past her, and that goal will increase the lead for the Bulldogs to 2-0. 23rd minute mark. That goal just pushes the lead to 2-0. In the final 5. With the final 5.5 minutes left in this game. And Everett with the toss in. Everett trying to get some pressure here. As Bellevue kicks it, gives it a little too much pepper, and right into the Everett goalkeeper's hands. As we reach the final 5 minutes of this game, and potentially the final 5 minutes of Everett's postseason aspirations ending, unfortunately. And that ball just goes wide, very wide of net. It will be Everett goal kick. About 4 minutes left in this contest, pending any extra time that the ref wants to give. And it will be Everett ball. Quick toss in. And it will be Everett's toss in again. Everett's got to start kicking it up into gear here as we reach the final 3 minutes. If they want a chance, at least a chance to play for a spot, an opportunity on Wednesday, they need to get into high gear. But Bellevue bringing it deep into Everett's zone, but it will be a goal kick as it goes out of bounds. And it looks like Bellevue Bulldogs will get another substitution in the final 2.5 minutes of this game.
The game for Bellevue, number 18,
Final 2 minutes. Regulation. Pending any ref adding any time. 60 seconds of this sophomore home game. Final home game of the regular season for the Trojans on sophomore day. And again, it will be Bellevue's ball. It's touched by Everett. And it gets right into Everett's zone, but it will get kicked out. And it will be Bellevue's ball as we hit the final 10 seconds of regulation. Pending any refs adding any time. I don't know if he's going to add any time. At the moment, we are at his mercy. And unfortunately, that is the end of the game as the Bellevue Bulldogs will win this game 2-0. Unfortunately, Trojan fans, with that loss, it looks like at the moment it will eliminate the Trojans from postseason play. It will end their postseason aspirations here today as they fall to 3-5-1 in the conference and 5-6-2 overall. Bellevue Bulldogs improved to 7-1-1 in North Region play, 8-2-1 overall. They will be the number 2 seed in the conference for the North Region. And then, of course, Peninsula being the North Region champions with an undefeated perfect season as of today. Sitting at 9-0 and 11 in North Region and 11-0 in conference. And then, of course, Skagit Valley, thanks to the Bulldogs, will qualify for postseason play as a 3 seed and will travel with a 5-4 overall in the conference in the North Region and 6-5 overall in the NY. That's going to do it for us here at Everett Memorial Stadium for soccer, for women's soccer. As the Trojans will hit the road one more time and head on up to Skagit Valley this coming Wednesday. Be sure to check out the Northwest, or make sure you check out the NWAC's stream on that for being able to view that game up at Skagit Valley. Make sure you check out the NWAC Sports Network for that broadcast to view the game. So this will be the final home game of the regular season. Our next broadcast will be volleyball. And then our final home soccer game will be a regional playoff game for the men as they will host the number 3 seed from the East. That's going to do it here, folks. Bellevue Bulldogs pull off the win 2-0 against your Everett Trojans. And as always, we will end the stream right here. And as always, go Trojans! We will see you at our next home matchup. Good night, everybody.